Thanks so much, Bree. If you can't move, let the breath move. If you can't be the ship, be the oar. If you can't be the oar, be the compass. This is just a small piece of the beautiful prose written by Queens born and raised writer, poet, and performer Audrey Dimola. She joins us now in studio with more on your new book, your second book, right? Congratulations.
Thank you
TRAVERSALS,
so
a
much.
book of poetry and prose. That's great. First of all, tell us about what people will find in this book and how this all came about.
Yeah, it came out of fall of 2011, a bunch of big changes in my life that kind of rocked my foundation. And as a writer, what do? Channel it into art.
Yeah.
So it's really about resiliency in the face of loss, in the face of change, and about honoring the journey and the people that come into your life.
So these are all things that happened in your life. So what exactly has been going on the past couple of years that made you want to put it down on paper?
Yeah, my beautiful Nana passed away. My longest term relationship fell apart. I left my solid job. A bunch of things like that, just rocking the foundation. And
so a lot of life-changing things
Yes.
that a lot of us go through from time to
Yes.
time throughout life, of course. So how does that help you in terms of putting it down so other people can read it and hear your words?
Yeah, that's the thing that I think is so beautiful. Something that is so specific to me and so personal, it becomes universal, and people can take something out of it. And like I said, just trusting the journey, trusting the process, the things that you go through that are so difficult in the moment. It all has a purpose.
And in ways therapeutic for yourself to put it down on pen and paper?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've been writing now for quite a while,
Yes.
and you're very much a part of Queens, the literary scene in Queens. And I know that's very important for you to promote, and you do a lot of that. Tell me where Queens stands right now. We always hear about Brooklyn kind of getting a lot of the attention when it comes to the arts and writers. But you have said before that Queens does have that talent. It always has.
Absolutely.
It just doesn't get the publicity that other boroughs like perhaps Brooklyn does.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I was here was for the Queens Literary Town Hall with Queens Council on the Arts, and I'm so happy to say that since that time, there's even more going on. There's a new open mic series, Mike Geffner's The Inspired Word. We have our older reading series still forging onward, and then we have new space like QED, a place to show and tell, which is where I have my book launch.
Right. Well, tell me about QED, because
Yes.
it's a space where performers like yourself can kind of meet the public and showcase your work.
Yeah.
Much more of those types of things are needed in Queens, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so hard to find the right space for things like this. And a place like QED, which just opened, I was so excited. They were so wonderful to have my book launch there. They want artists to come and have lectures, have workshops, have shows, experiment. And we need those spaces. It's so important.
So the performer part of your resume and title, that's a big part of this too, not just writing it down and publishing it, but actually performing it. So tell me, what is that like for you to be in front of a microphone, in front of a group of people, a place like QED, and to recite those words that you wrote down?
I love it, and it's so emotional and incredible to be up there, have people watching, and like I said, something so personal. You're putting it out there, you're letting it go. And I've always been a performer. I've always loved to share it. And I think it's so important for us as writers. It's a solitary exercise, and it's so important to have community, hear other people's work, put your work out there, and just not be afraid.
And so based on the people who are attending these readings, like at QED, well, what does that tell you now about Queens in terms of the literary scene and perhaps the types of things that people now in Queens are interested in?
Yeah, people are finding out about these spaces, and they want to come out. They want to try new things. I love seeing people working with the unexpected, doing new kinds of events and new formats. So that's really exciting to see. And just the community aspect is so important. You end up starting to go to an open mic like I did with The Inspired Word, and the people become your family. You see them every week, and it's so wonderful to have that exchange and collaboration.
Well, again, the book is TRAVERSALS. It's your second book. So why don't you take a couple of moments here and perhaps read a little bit from, what are you going to read from here?
There's one called 522, and it's actually on the back of the book. It's important for...
Okay, go ahead.
What do you do now? In the aftermath of forever, in the postscript your bleeding hands can barely write. Walk on, my child, and fall like a star, because it is the only way you too will be reborn.
Very nice. And what is that one about?
That one is about all of those changes that I just mentioned to you in the beginning, just sitting there on the anniversary of that relationship and just realizing I have to crack open. I have to feel these things, I have to put them down, and that's what TRAVERSALS is really about, the beauty in cracking open in letting yourself experience those things.
Real quickly, like I mentioned, you and others in Queens are trying to get more people involved in this type of arts in Queens. If someone's sitting out there and they want to write, and maybe they're afraid, they don't know where to start, where do they start? How should they go about it?
I would say there's still a website a web page that I put together, tinyurl.com/queenslit. It's a list of all the things that I know about going on in Queens right now in terms of writing groups, in terms of meetups, open mics, reading series, and to literally just dive in and show up, because you'll be so surprised about the people that you meet there. It's so welcoming. And
just writing things down as they come to you, perhaps, and your thoughts. And
just let it go. We judge ourselves so harshly, and we just need to remember every voice matters. Your voice matters. Even if someone said the same thing a million times, it's not going to be your way to put it.
Well, once again, the book is Traversals. Congratulations.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck with it. Always great seeing you. It's always
You
a pleasure.
too.
Great. And again, this book, Traversals, and the author, poet, performer, Audrey Dimola. If you want more information on where you can get the book and to learn more about where Audrey will be performing next, you can head to her website, audreydimola.com. And Bree, we will now send it back to you.